What's up, everybody? Welcome in on this. I don't know if I can say it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon or not because it's really cloudy outside. Andy, good afternoon. Steve, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Disney Treasure updates. AAU's in the house. Hey there, Kate. How are you? Welcome in. Hope you guys are all having a great Sunday afternoon so far. And sorry if I'm interrupting football. I do apologize in advance. Um, Disney Treasure updates. They've released what the theme deck plans are going to be, which is really fantastic to see as they're going to bring that into the mix. And Now they haven't released images yet or that sort of thing, but releasing the themes for each one is going to be fantastic and absolutely amazing. Diz Mom, how are you? Welcome in. All right, let's start off with running over some deck plans. So, when you look at the newer cruise ships, for example, they will not have rooms on certain decks. They save them for shops, restaurants, kids' clubs, all that stuff. Have football in the background. Fantastic. Kate, who's your favorite team? Um, Mine's Buffalo Bills. Yeah, so they yeah, so some of the decks will not have any staterooms on them whatsoever. So to see how they've released it so far is actually pretty cool. So let's jump into that right away and let's get this party started. So here we go. So really cool. So decks 2, 6, and 7 either going to be Aladdin or Pocahontas themed, which is really cool. So as you see, there's nothing on deck 3, nothing on deck 4. So deck 3, you have your grand hall, shops. You've got the Walt Disney Theater, restaurants, all that there. So you're not going to see any staterooms on deck 3. Deck 4, again, you're going to have more some shops up there as well too. You're going to have some movie theaters, and some restaurants as well too. So again, nothing there. Deck 5, again, same sort of thing. You're not going to find anything. Deck 6 and Deck 7, obviously those will be all filled with staterooms. Samuel B12, one of our partner channels. What's up, brother? I know you're probably pretty tired. So hopefully you're just sitting back and relaxing right now. Decks 8 and 9, we have Encanto or Up. Decks 10 and 11, Nemo or Luca. So when I pop on the Disney Treasure, I'm on deck 10. So I guess we'll see if I'm either in a Nemo themed room and or Luca. Deck 12, Lion King. Be careful that the hyenas don't come out of the walls and come at you. Hopefully Simba and the posse are there to help out, get rid of them. Deck 13 is Aladdin, Jungle Book, and Lion King. There's one that's missing, and that's what we call the good old Tower Suites. Now, the Tower Suites are the fancy ones that you're going to see inside the funnels. Those are the fun ones to go into, but you want to know what? I don't want to spend that kind of money on those because they're pretty darn expensive. So the ones so deck 14 is going to be what they say, Tomorrow Tower Suites. I've been trying to find that theming. I don't know if it's going to be after like Tomorrowland and Magic Kingdom or after a movie or what. So that's what we're still waiting to find out. But I have seen a mock plan of the suites. They do look pretty fancy. Uh-oh, Tron Christine's in the house. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome in. Kate, that's so when you get to the higher decks, they're just tossing these one. Pink Pam, how are you? It was great to see you last night as well too. Uh, I know you had fun with your mom, so it was great to see that. But Lion King and Aladdin, again, the ship itself, like when you come in the Grand Hall, what you're going to see is you're going to see good old Aladdin and Jasmine cruising around on the magic carpet as that main focal centerpiece. So definitely they have to pitch some off of that. So you'll probably see a bit more repetition of that. And Lion King, again, they're probably just trying to fill in some space. So you could see that as well. So I'm just surprised that with the after the ship, like right at the back, it has Captain Hook and Peter Pan. So why not have a deck dedicated to Captain Hook and Peter Pan, or the Adventures of Peter Pan, The Lost Boys? Pam, I'm really good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're having a relaxing Sunday afternoon so far. So, Stevie Lee's here. Everyone be quiet. So, but yeah, more to find out when the theming comes. It'd be great to see how that all rolls out. I'm pretty sure next year is when we'll actually start seeing more images in regards to what the rooms will actually look like with the theming in it. So definitely we're looking forward to seeing that. It's fun when you see this stuff. Uh-oh, the bear shark is here. Dave, I didn't think you slept. I thought you'd probably still be awake. Yeah, shark in the water. Yeah, be careful. Um, so yeah, so it'll be great to see what's going to happen there, in regards to how that will all unfold and sing some of this amazing awesomeness. And off the record here, I have AAU sending me some messages here. Oh, he's showing me his Star Wars. So before I go too much further, I definitely want to make sure I drop in here as well too, in regards to Brother AAU, working on some great 360 views of ET1 coming out fast and furious. Hogwarts Express, I saw it this morning, which is great. What else do we have here? He's got a lot of amazing stuff. So definitely pop over. I'm sure Monorails is probably going to drop in there pretty quick. AAU's YouTube there to go check those out. They're absolutely fantastic to watch. So check those out. They're pretty darn good. Let's get back to my beautiful face here for a moment. So seeing some of these come up is actually fantastic to see, because they're definitely making a lot of progress. Now keep in mind when they're actually, so the layout, so the like all the decorations are probably already done in the room, and now what they're doing is that they put them into the ship as massive building blocks. So seeing all those go in is gonna be great. And again, typically these cruise ships are about, I know the Disney Wish is about 100 or so pieces, as playing like Jenga, Lego. I know Sam's still working on the Lego Cinderella Castle, or even like Mega Blocks. So be really cool to check out and see all that stuff, as they're making progress. I haven't gotten any new construction picture updates as of yet, so I'm still waiting on getting some of those. So hopefully those will roll out soon. Typically when they make big mass progress is when they'll release some. So hopefully we can start getting some inside tours sooner than later. And next year is when they should be doing their rollout. The cruise out of the shipyard. Because pieces have already started arriving for the third ship in the Disney Triton class. So it's going to be like one after another. And if I'm not mistaken, the third ship is supposed to be coming out in 2026, perhaps, because they do have the Disney Adventure that's coming out in 2025 that will go down to Singapore. I wonder what the crew... The Treasure Islanders? I don't know. The Pirates? That's a great question. You may have to put in some nicknames for that, Dave. Another thing that was just released as well too is the one that they've been kind of keeping quiet for right now is this. Disney The Tale of Moana will be one of, you had the Lost Crew, that's right. Um, Disney's The Tale of Moana. This will be one of the Broadway shows that will be on board. What about deck swabbers? Oh, Dave. So this is one of the so definitely this is one of the shows here. I'm thinking maybe you cursed it, Dave. I don't know. Um, Although we won't. Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. I'm really hoping. So one of the other shows is gonna be Beauty and the Beast. I'm really hoping that they do bring this next one, which is Aladdin. Aladdin, and I know Dave will agree to this here. Aladdin was absolutely hilarious. Has tech cold. Oh boy. Um, so I really hope they do bring Aladdin on board. This would be absolutely fantastic and phenomenal to see, as it is a great show, and especially the genie. The genie is, I gotta say, the highlight of the actual show itself. So if you are able to pop on a Disney cruise, definitely make sure that you get on one that it's going to have this show. Now, Disney Cruise Line transportation costs have just gone up. I found out as I decided to add it on to my Disney Wish cruise for November of 2024, and it went from $78 per person round trip up to 90. So we're definitely a jump, and that's just recent. So, but again, all cruise prices are going up. Kate, they actually do live action Broadway shows on board, and they are something phenomenal to see. Um, so, yeah, they're always live active. They don't want you getting out of your seats during the shows because it's very interactive. They come out down up and down the aisles, so you definitely want. But again, they're very interactive with everybody, so it's fantastic to see, and definitely enjoy it. Hey Jill, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so yeah, all of them are all live action. They do have, and again, that's in the Walt Disney Theater. Now they do have two movie theaters on board as well, where you can go and watch whatever movies they may have in there to watch. Um, yeah, all prices are going up. Every cruise line, even I think another cruise line just recently increased their deposits. I know Disney is 20% of the actual overall cruise, which reminds me of something else. If you purchase a placeholder on board the Disney cruise ships for a future cruise, I know when I've done it, it's been a $250 deposit, and then you get 10% off a future cruise. Good afternoon, Michael. How are you, sir? Welcome in. That's all changing. All those prices are going up. So let's go watch a movie on my. Well, you never know, Dave. You might want to go and watch one, or did you watch one? I don't know. But yeah, so all the prices are going up. So now you have within. It's just like this when you go to book online, or if you call up Disney Cruise Line, or even go through a travel agent. You've got 72 hours to pay that full deposit. So even if you put down your $250 to get that placeholder with the discount, you got to pay it within 72 hours. If you don't pay it within 72 hours, cancels. You don't get the benefits of the placeholder. You can't rebook the placeholder again once you're off the ship. And yeah, you get your money back. So I should reword my question for the designs for the rooms. Are they doing the original? That's a great question, Kate. They haven't released too much more into that as of yet, but I know what they've done in, like, when I've been on the cruise, that they'll actually just have artwork. So whether it's going to be the Lion King themed or if it's going to be um, Aladdin or whatnot, they have artwork that's on there, some other minor decor in the room as well too. So Jill, the full deposit's going to be 20% of the cruise of what a cruise cost would be. So um, it's big bucks. So as it is right now, it's when you call and you book one, it's by yourself, it's 20%. But after that placeholder reservation is confirmed and booked, you've got 72 hours, which is, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. So that puts into question, are you going to purchase a placeholder when you're on board or not? Let me see here. Triton. Triton, you have to wear shirts at Universal as well too. Um, but yeah, so these are some of the crazy updates here. But again, I'm really curious to see. I mean, the theming of the rooms will be fantastic. Yeah, Dave. They did shoot themselves in the foot on this one here. Because again, not a lot of people can afford to put down that full deposit right away. Um, so by being able to do the $250 deposit, that holds it for the 24 months, and still get the 10% discount. So yeah, Jill, it will be the 10%, is what it is. But again, though, you still are still gonna have blackouts, so you can't use it on a maiden voyage. You can't use it on blackout dates as well either. Um, so again, that's all comes into play, but it's going to be, yeah, I don't know. This is one move that I personally don't agree with DCL doing. Um, I yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless it's someone that is ready to put that deposit down right away, yeah. So yeah, Dave, especially if you're on like a full, like on a 7 night cruise as well too. Like you're already, your typical 7 night cruise up with Disney during the non-peak time frames for two people, you're looking at about 5 grand, somewhere in and around that area, 4,500 to $5,000. So yeah, by putting down your 20% deposit realistically, and again, it has to be done within 72 hours of the confirmation of the placeholder reservation number. I don't even know if you can, because right now, if you want to book a placeholder while you're on board, you do it through the app on your phone. Does that mean you go back in the app again and you pay the rest of it down before you get off, or do you have to go to guest services? Do you have to go to? I know there's a location on each of the ships where you can go and you can book a cruise, plan a cruise, get some information. Do you have to go there and pay it? These are some of the unanswered questions so far, but I scratched my head on this one here, and yeah, I don't know. So essentially, you could be whatever your bill is by, if you get the internet package, and again, there's 3 levels of that. If you buy merchandise on board, any sort of drinks or merchandise and whatnot, your bill's already be quite high, and then boom, like you're going to be hitting pretty hard, and then if you have to say fork out like another $1,000 as a deposit, that's big bucks. So you could be looking at like almost half a cost of a cruise between your online like your onboard bill plus this. I just don't agree with it. So again, my personal opinion only. Dave, that's 2 people. It's gonna be nuts, Dave. Now I do know that Disney does have it where, again, it's party of 4, guest number 1 and 2 are paying full price, whatever that might be. So let's just say $2,000 to make it easy. Guests 3 and 4 pay a reduced rate, but still, even at a reduced rate, you're probably looking at about, for a party of 4. Could, again, if it's a 7 night cruise, you could be looking at about $6, 7, $8,000. One of the shorter ones, definitely less than that, but still, it's going to add up really, really quick. And again, a lot of other cruise lines are starting to increase their prices as well too, even on deposits. Like there was one, a cruise line just announced earlier this week that they're raising the amount you have to put down for a deposit. So it's just one after another. Um, I actually had looked at doing, actually I compared price, and I think I talked about this before. It was doing a 7 night on the Disney Fantasy, in comparison to, no, sorry, it was doing the price of the Disney Treasure, doing a 7 night in comparison to doing Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas for myself and my son was an extra $3,500 to $4,000. Same amount of nights. And I'm like, what? So, again, prices are just going up and going up and going up. So, I'm happy that with my Disney Wish Cruise next November, like November 2024, I got a lot of discounts on it. Same thing with the Disney Treasure. Same thing. I got deals and discounts on it. And again, yeah, otherwise the prices are through the roof. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a tough one. Joe, that is because. But Jill, even for Royal, I bet again, it just depends on which cruise ship you go on and probably the itinerary. But like again, like I mean, again, I know Icon of the Seas is going to be a new ship that's coming out, beginning of next year. But still, though, like for like an extra like $3,500 to $4,000 to go on that ship, mind you, I know there's a lot of extras they've put into that ship, and they're doing a little bit of extra TLC to make sure everything's working properly. But yeah, even with my discounts though, Jill, that I've got, I'm still paying less than what the Icon of the Seas is. 7 days MSC with a butler is cheaper than Dave. I'm not going to be your butler, and I don't think we're going to get AAU to be your butler either. Hey Lucas, welcome in. Happy early birthday. So, yeah, so some great, great news to see that they're coming along with some more information about the ship, with the Disney Treasure. I don't know what more we'll see coming up in the future, but I'm hoping to get some more pictures and videos soon. Oh, definitely, Icon has definitely a lot more to do, 100%. But I wouldn't, me personally, though, again, for myself and Patrick, I wouldn't justify paying that much more money, if I'm being honest. I know, Andy, he's trying to convince me hardcore. I think Dave is going to have to fly up here to Canada to come pick me up and take me down. And take me back down to Florida to hop on a different cruise ship. But yeah, so this is, some great information stuff that's coming out. Oh, the bear shark is always on fire, Stevie. You know that. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to pop back up that picture just for a second here so everyone can see the theming again. If you're just coming in, you need a treasure. That's true, Dave. I think I have to win the lottery or something. But again, here, just another little glimpse here in regards to what theming you will see. Again, hopefully they have this information coming out sooner than later, to kind of narrow down, get some more inside stateroom tours. But again, it could be one of those things where you hop on the ship itself and then boom, there you go. But I think it's been a lot of fun. Dave gives me a hard time 24/7. So Maleficent is going to be in your backyard. Your backyard there, Triton. That's just the way it is. But CV, if Dave wasn't giving everyone a hard time, then I don't know. Yeah. No, Dave, there's no Batman theming. I did try and pitch that to the cruise director and it didn't work. I did try. I tried very, very hard. Um, that would actually be really cool. But again, no, Batman's not Disney. Disney. Maybe that might be on a Royal Caribbean. I don't know. Maybe that might be Universal doing a partnership for what do you call it? For Harry Potter themed. You just never know. Just Jake Triton's always innocent. Oh dear. The other thing I want to toss out as well too is that if you haven't done so already, in partnership as Florida Park Explorers as a partner channel, we also want to make sure that we can help out support Toys for Tots as well too. Um, I know on Friday when when Dave and Jenna started talking about it, um, it was absolutely amazing and craziness of what was done, donations and gifts that were already purchased. So help out with that, guys. Whether you want to pop into Florida Park Explorers live streams and whatnot, send a PayPal over. I'm working with Dave as well too, where I can fire it his way as well. So definitely just a great thing to make sure that over the Christmas time we can make sure that we get some kiddos some toys. And Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what is about 300 to 350 kiddos so far with what was raised on Friday and already donations already. Yeah, so I just want to make sure we bring that forward. But again, Dave, if you can correct me on the numbers, definitely reach out and to them, pop in their live stream, or even send a PayPal through here, and I'll get it over to Dave. Jill, there's no special PayPal account to send it over to, so whether you're or not, unless Dave's got one. If Dave's got one, he can drop it in, or you can just send it through, and then I know Jen and Dave will pick up some awesome gifts. Yes, I'm right. Thanks, Dave. I'm right on something. Sure, 3 kids, Dave. Oh, Andy, you're welcome. I'm not done yet. But yeah, so if you want to help out with some of those kiddos, we want to make sure. Oh, Dave is setting it up. Groovy. So I think Dave is set up for tomorrow. I think it is. I think you'll have a link on your on FloridaParkExplorers.com. But I definitely help out, support them. And then I think Sammy still might be here as well too. But Sammy's another partner channel as well too, and I'm pretty sure that he's in for jumping out and helping out as well too. But again, we just want to make sure that we can bring all of our communities together, and we can make sure that we help out, put a smile on a kid's face at Christmas time. The challenge is to load a 10-foot box truck, Dave. I don't know if we're beyond a 10-foot one as of yet with what will be picked up. Maybe we go for a 50-footer. I don't know. I don't know where you're going to park that, Dave, at your place, though. But yeah, no, definitely a great cause. And definitely bring all of our communities together to help out and push it. Any questions about the Disney Treasure? Disney Treasure questions. Again, sorry I don't have any pictures of the stateroom designs yet. That'll be coming. Ron did so great. I believe Dave and Jen said they have. Yeah, Rhonda, it's great so far. I think the bedroom is all filled. Stevie, I'm just trying to put Dave on the spot. That's all it is. It's my turn to have some fun. But yeah, so hopefully the picture of the rooms will come out soon. and even some other construction updates of the inside of the ship. I was able to get a lot more of the Disney Wish when it was being built. So maybe with the Disney Treasure, they're kind of keeping it a little bit more under wraps, and that way it can be a grand reveal. Yes, Dave, we can do a Trex fight, but you have to come on the ship though. So you're gonna have to book a ship. Sorry, let's rephrase that. You're gonna have to book a cruise to come on the ship, and that way we can have a Trex fight, and we can get Jen and Patrick to live stream it, I guess. Is there a treasure hunt on the Disney Treasure? And if not, that's a great question. AAU. To be determined. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see and find out. The Imagineers may have something that could very well could be built in to the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app, where they might have that. Rhonda, which ship is best for the first trip with no kids? Ron, you looking at doing a shorter cruise or a longer cruise? That is the question. There's a lot of, but if you definitely reach out to Dave and Jen, they can definitely help you out with that one there. I know Dave has all the information right at his fingertips, so he could probably help you out fairly quickly with that. Then we can't have a Trex fight, Dave, unless Patrick and I do it. Does it get cold at night on the ships? Well, see, Patrick and I, we crank our air conditioning on all the way, where you can probably see your breath inside your room. But they do have it controlled, so it's not too bad. But again, you can set the temperature, whatever. But even at nighttime, again, it depends on the time of year. I'm always comfortable. I'm always wearing shorts and a t-shirt, flip-flops, slides, whatever you want to call them. Yes, AAU, you have to wear a shirt unless you're on the pool deck or inside your stateroom. But if you're, usually it's really humid and really hot, so it's always fantastic. Does it get cold at night? I want to make sure I'm not missing any of the questions. Hubby is scared of boats. Rhonda, the ships are huge. Absolutely massive. So, recommendation to any new cruisers, if you haven't cruised before and you do potentially have that fear, or if you potentially could be seasick, it can happen, is take some Dramamine before you go. Even before you get on the ship. So take it first thing in the morning. And then I would even take it again at dinner time. That way at least you can kind of help calm yourself down. But the benefit is as well too, when you look at a lot of the railings, aside from on your balcony or even the higher decks and some of the lowers, it has the glass that goes all the way up. So at least you're protected that way there. But the railings are quite high. I think they're 44 inches, somewhere around there. And it's phenomenal and fantastic. Stevie, I'm scared of everything, life in general. Stevie, don't be scared. Stay on the pool deck, Triton. You can go on, the water slides, that sort of thing that they have. Lounge in the pool, lounge on a chair with a choice beverage in hand, and you're good to go. Oh, Wheeler's in the house. He just dropped down. The Skyliner. Thanks, Mikey. Kate, I'm asking because I'm anemic and my husband loves sleeping with a fan in. So you can definitely get extra. So they do come with a sheet. There's a comforter, another sheet, another decorative blanket that comes on the bed. You can always ask for more if need be, Kate. That's no problem. Again, you can control the temperature inside your stateroom. So it can go if you want it on with the heat coming out or air conditioning. There are 3 levels of heat and 3 levels for AC. So that is all controlled. So if you need to stay nice and warm and cozy, then yeah, take care of you. That's the most important. Mikey, you just woke up. It's 2:36 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. I'm not going to ask what time you went to bed. And I wonder if he had cake for breakfast. Do do do. I'm still in the defense of going on a. Because a lot of things I have a fear of not being able to pay. But Andy, one of the benefits though too with the cruises is that you can pay it off over time. So, I know with my cruises coming up, my cruise on the Disney Wish November of next year, my payment date is I think it's July something, and no, sorry, it's August, July or August, I can't remember. I'll have to take a look, but typically it's between 90 to 120 days before the cruise, and then my one for the Disney Treasure in February 2025 is October. So, but definitely lots of times. Again, if you book it in advance, you put down your deposit, and then you can just keep paying it. Keep putting more and more towards it. So, it makes it a little bit easier that way. But what I would do, put everything in there. So, make sure your prepaid gratuities are added in. If you're using DCL transportation, make sure all that is also included as well too. When you look at a price, your port fees, taxes, and expenses, they're already incorporated with the final price, right? So at least when you see that number, you see it, and then again, just add those other things in to make sure you know what that final dollar value is. That's the best thing I can suggest you do. That way you know, and you can just pay it off like every 2 weeks or put some whatever it is. Definitely makes it a lot easier. For now, wait till they make you pay half down. They won't go that far yet, Stevie. Well, you never know. I mean, that could come in a couple of years, but yeah, definitely booking a more affordable cruise. You could even do like a 3 night or a 4 night cruise, which definitely is a lot cheaper. And I know Dave can attest to this, but I think some of those would be between 300 up to like $600, Dave, on the shorter cruises per person. So that might be an idea as well too, to kind of get used to it, to see what you think. So book it 5 years ahead of what Dave's saying. You don't have to go that far, Andy. But yeah, so definitely, yeah, booking a more affordable cruise like Dave said might be definitely an idea to start off with. But again, just make sure that you have all those ducks in order, like where you're going to stay before you go down to the cruise, transportation to get from wherever you're staying down to the terminal. When you're on the cruise, are you going back to the port, or sorry, back to a resort, or are you going back to the airport? Dave, what's a lane and sea package? I really know what you mean, but I'm just my turn to be a smart aleck about it. Yeah, yeah, live within your means is right, Stevie and Dave. Yeah, book it with what you can afford to do. But again, if you know you want to do a cruise, start planning it ahead of time, and even have like an envelope or a savings or whatnot, where you just start tossing money into it. I know, Dave. I just had to be a pain in the butt because I know you're probably still waking up. Um, but yeah, so start saving now, Andy, and then talk to Dave, and Dave can book you a cruise. But yeah, MSC or Royal probably more affordable. Even Carnival is another option as well too. But yeah, definitely Disney. You will pay more. Oh boy. Thanks, Dave. Alaskan cruises have land and sea packages. They include. Sure. Yeah, I haven't done an Alaskan one yet. I know at some point I want to, but Kate, that's a great question. So depends on how many people are going on the trip, what you want to do, meals, everything. So that's a great comparison question, and maybe that's something that Dave and I can bring to you together. Steve, please don't spam the chat. Oh dear, one of those. But yeah, That's a tough one, Kate. So, Dave, maybe you and I can maybe sit down and maybe plan as like a party of four, and we can kind of maybe chat about that in comparison. I know we did one before when we talked about a cruise in Disney, and I think the prices were pretty darn close. Um, yeah, I think they were pretty close, Dave. I think we when we worked out doing like a 7 night package, I think it was with um, the resort itself, and I think we picked Pop Century or whatnot, the food and resort or sorry yeah park tickets. It's all good, Kate. No worries. No worries at all. But again, it's something that we can kind of figure out. So, but yeah, any questions you have though, just drop them in. You can even drop a comment in or send Dave a direct message, and I'm sure we can figure that out. And like I said, Dave, I'm putting you on the spot. We'll have to figure it out. So, unless Dave's already doing it right now, which is another possibility. But if you do a party of four, say doing like a 7 night cruise, you're probably looking at about 7,000 or so, ballparking it. But again, also depends on the time of year. And then, yeah, mixing in whatever the food, like, yeah, for just a land package. But yeah, giving Dave some work to do. 2 adults and 4 kids. So Dave, 2 adults and 4 kids. Dave's got fast fingers, so he'll probably be able to figure it really quick. And I think he already has his program open anyways for trying to figure all that stuff out anyways. So we'll see how quick he can do it. The treats are fantastic. Um, really, really good. I like the desserts. Um, if you want popcorn, make sure it's fresh. Fresh popcorn's always really good. Um, they have a lot of stuff that you can get. So um, I've never had any complaints about the treats. Again, options. My favorite still comes down as being the Mickey bars. Mickey bars are fantastic. Well, the other ones, those Stevie, have been more of like the desserts, not so much the treats, unless you want to classify dessert as treats. But no, definitely lots of options, and they're really, really good. Treats are fantastic, Triton. I just have to say, especially theme park treats. Cheapest is cruise by far, just not Disney. Yeah, Disney will be expensive. So you'll definitely be paying a premium for it because Disney classifies themselves as a premium cruise line. So you are going to pay more. Yeah, so I know on the Disney cruises you can get rooms that will sleep up to 5 people. So again, you may have to, yeah, like Jill said, you may have to do 2 cabins, and or you have to get one of the suites that will sleep more. But I'm sure Dave is working on that right now to tell you, kind of figure that one out. Yeah, well, you want to know what, Triton? I actually bit into one of those fancy theme park treats that Jen and Dave sent. It's that the Mickey head with the purple on it with the spider web effect, like one of the Halloween ones. One of the Halloween ones. Fantastic and delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it's so fantastic, and it came. It was still so fresh. I was waiting for you to put that in, Dave. Yeah. So the cookie itself that I got, and again, I ordered four. Each of them were individually vacuum sealed, And same thing with the pumpkin spice covered pretzels. My son hasn't opened those yet, so I don't know. He hasn't opened them yet, so I'm not too sure how well they taste. Luxury cruise line with impeccable guest service. You just have to be me, Dave. Now, Dave, when you figured it out, were you able to get it like all the entire family in one room, or in two? Just a curiosity question. But in Triton, you also have to enjoy the drinks of the day, or whatever special drinks they make as well too. They're fantastic. Dave and I really enjoy our pineapple. Yeah, there you go. Dave will set up a video chat. He can help you out. Stevie, what are we don't talk about bills. um, but yeah, Dave and I thoroughly enjoyed our pineapple juice, and now I'm trying to figure out the coconut rum. I believe it was. Anyway, so anybody have any questions about the Disney Treasure and the updates? There's always updates, but or anything that you want to know. Anything that you may want to know about the Disney Treasure or just Disney Cruise Line in general. I'm trying to get ideas so I can start saving after I move. Are you moving down to Florida, Kate? You can move right beside Dave. And then he can hand deliver your merchandise to you. Any questions? Oh, I haven't played any of these yet today. I gotta play these. I should have done this earlier. But when we do our special announcements. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that does. Yeah, Stevie. Yeah, I guess that would work. Kind of has to get done. Oh, you're moving to South Carolina. Or you're getting closer to Dave. Hey, Theo, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. So far, so good. It's a good day. Hope you're having a great day as well. Wait, can I mute? Triton, you can do whatever you want, buddy. If you want to go right next door to Dave, you can do that. Or you could even pitch a tent on his front lawn or in his backyard. I'm sure he would accept that. Dave's definitely moving. But yeah, so when I was making the announcements earlier, I should have played this sound, and I do apologize in advance that I didn't. I don't know. That's my bad, guys. I apologize in advance. I could so see Triton pitching a tent in Dave's backyard. You want a flamethrower? Does that have Mickey heads that come out of it? Oh, you like that there, Stevie? I got more. Do you want some more of those? I got lots of those ones. But yeah, so Andy, I can't control what your volume is, so hopefully it didn't scare you too much. But again, I'm wondering to see what sound effects they're actually going to have, or what the horn noises will be on the Treasure. Definitely the one I just played for sure as well, because they always use that one for announcements. We always know that they're going to play. So what deck will be the chill deck? Um, well, you're gonna have so the pool deck is on deck 11. Okay, I'm glad you can hear Andy. That's the good part. Um, so Katie, if you want to, so there's the pool decks on deck 11. Deck 12 is adults only. There's an adults only section there where they have an infinity pool. They have a little bar that's there. There's a hot tub. They have another little area that so right there as well too, called the Cove Cafe. Um, yeah, cruise toots. I was waiting for that, Wheeler. Um, so you can go in and you can kind of get away from get away from the kids, have them go off to the kids clubs or whatever. And again, every cruise line is going to have an area for adults to go to. That way you can have your own time. So definitely remember that. Um, and with your 2-year-old, you can always put them in one of the kids clubs or to the 9-year-old. They'll have everything for everybody. Right on, Dave. So, and Triton, I know I have to send this to you, which I'm working on to get that over to you. So we got this one here, which I did send over to Dave, and I know Dave's been having a lot of fun with it. But again, is this one of the horns that they will have on the Disney Treasure? So again, Disney's the only one that has all these fancy special horns. So it's fantastic. Adults, what are those? Stevie, we're all kids in some way or another. All right. So, but there's some Disney Cruise Line updates. Oh, and I did read yesterday in another chat that I'm part of where um, they were asking if the Disney Band Pluses will be available on the Disney Treasure. The answer is yes. So you definitely be able to get them. They just started introducing them this year, where the Disney Wish was first, followed by the Disney Fantasy. I know the Disney Dream has them kicking off. I think the Disney Wonder, the Disney Wonder was in dry dock for 2 weeks in Vancouver. So I'm not too sure if they did retrofits to make sure that those were set in place. But yeah, so that was a question I did read yesterday. So definitely the Magic Band Pluses will be available. Dave, I'll try and get some for you when I go the next time. I'll see if they'll personalize them. But if you do get a Disney Band Plus, you have to make sure that you order them 11 to 45 days prior to the cruise. If you live in the US, they will send them to you. However, if you are outside of the US, like myself up here in Canada, they will not send them to you. Either you have them sent to someone that lives in whatever region where you're taking the cruise out of, whether it's in Florida, or if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can have them sent right to a Disney resort. But you have to make sure you let Disney Cruise Line know that that's where you want them sent to, and they will be there waiting for you. Well, fingers crossed, Dave. Sorry, I had to turn the sound up because my dad put his... Oh. That was definitely a Dave problem, yes. But his kind of came from a completely different ball of wax that kind of had like a ripple effect, and it really euchred him, unfortunately, on this one. So... Oh, and Andy, I would say more so that Dave is kind of upset and disappointed. I'd say more so disappointed. So, Unless he's going to tell me otherwise. It is a DCL problem, yes. Yeah. It's unfortunate that Dave wasn't able to get his because of DCL side with the issues that they were having. It was unfortunate. Right? But oh, Dave. So does anyone have any questions about the Disney Treasure, the Disney Wish? Any of the updates I just mentioned? Or anything that you want to know? Because I definitely know the next live stream we'll be talking about my Disney Wish. Actually, when Patrick and I were down in Disney back at the end of April to the first week of May, doing the parks, meeting up with some phenomenal people, Florida Park Explorers, meeting up with Jill and her husband Michael, meeting up with Michelle and her husband Mike, Kathleen and Michael, Heather and her sister Missy, Robin Trish. It was a fun cruise overall. So aside from some hiccups that we had, we still made it fun anyways. So I'll definitely be talking about that and some other, I would say, issues that arose while we were at Pop Century. Yeah, Andy Dave is always busting my chops about it, but he knows I'll continue sailing Disney. That's for sure. So yeah, no, we're gonna talk about that. Dave, I thought you said it meant disappointing. Oh, Mikey. But yeah, no, we'll talk about that. But yeah, we did have some hiccups on our last trip as well too. Again, on the cruise as well as at Pop Century. Has it? Have you ever come close to being hit by a Disney bus? I have, but a foot away. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't see them much, Dave. But yeah, the adventures continue. Fool you, he is dying to meet. Oh dear. Triton Stevie Lee. Don't let Florida Parks will fool you. He was dying to meet me. He just doesn't know it. Now, my question is, though, Triton, is he looking forward to meeting you poolside or where? Yes, you guys were hit by a bus. Yes. Yeah, yeah, your car was hit by a bus. That's right. Stevie, yeah. Well, we can always send a Disney bus there to New York. That's fine, no problem. Do. Chomps told me not to pull a you. Yeah, don't pull me. Well, I know a Disney, but yeah, Disney bus did hit. Did hit. The car. Yeah, that's no. And to say mine is still under review with Disney right now. So, amongst some other things. But that is still under review right now, so we will see. Poolside meetup now. Hey, Triton, I'm making sure I'm giving you, possible options here. Poolside is always the best way. That way you're good to go, right? So, but yeah. Or I got hit by a sliding glass door. That's never fun. I'm the only beneficiary of Dave Bussing. um, no, so Stevie actually, I mean, I'll touch on it a little bit. A security at Magic Kingdom actually saw it. They actually witnessed the bus almost hitting me, so it got reported. So that's all in the works. I just recently had to fill. I recently had to fill out some paperwork to send into to Disney itself. So and again, a combination with some other stuff that happened. So, well, the benefit is, kid, I didn't get hit by the bus. Um, I couldn't prevent the door. The door was on its had its own mind, and yeah, and smashed into both of my elbows. So that was not very fun. But yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. And they said for the review itself after I submitted the paperwork, which would be now, I think we're what, about 2 weeks in from what I submitted. They said it can take about a month. No, I did not, Kate. Um, it went through, it was reported to Disney, and they reached out to me about a month ago from the secondary department. So originally it got reported to the guest service management team, I think it is, and then they escalated up higher than that to another department. So now I'm dealing with Walt Disney World's claims department right now. So, but so going through the motions. So I filled out the documents, submitted everything that they need to have, dates, all that jazz. So we'll see what happens. But Mike Willer, I must be viewing. But you want to know what, Mike? Mikey, stuff has happened, but at the end of the day, I still had a great time, whether it was, with Patrick or with other people. We still made sure we enjoyed the time that we were having, and it was absolutely phenomenal and fantastic. So yeah, some mishaps, but we had a great time. But Triton, it depends if people share the mishaps. That's the other thing too. So if they're not shared, then then you're not going to hear about them, right? So, um, and some of you already know what happened in our stateroom on the Disney Wish back in April, and I'll share those definitely when I talk about that adventure. Um, it'll be and I'll get everyone's takes on it and see what you think, and I'll let you know how part of it was handled. I can't disclose in full, but I can say in regards to part of it of how it was of how it was handled. Fingers crossed, Andy. Nothing should happen. So have that mindset that nothing's going to happen, and you should be good to go. um, hopefully, everything works out and it's all good. But stuff happens. It's just a matter of how it gets dealt with. But one of the benefits I had when I got hit by the sliding doors was that a cast member did see it at the resort. So they came over right away. And it got reported to the front desk right away as well too. They took me over to one of the managers and reported it. So everything's been on record and on file. So they even had taken pictures of my arms as well too, with how they had been hit, and the marks that the doors had left. So, but better days are coming. That's how I look at it. So, any other treasured questions with what I shared with you guys today? Anything that you want to know? But yeah, like I said earlier, definitely make sure you check out Triton's page as well too for all these for the amazing 360 videos that he posted. They're phenomenal, and yeah, he's just a rock star at that stuff. Don't forget to check out our partner channel, the SamLB12, for all your hockey. Maybe he'll do curling. You never know. Um, Football, maybe, Sam. I don't know. Maybe get you into football. Baseball season's done really for, well, up here in Canada anyways. So I don't know whether you're going to talk about anything coming up with you know, with what's going on or the World Series when it pops up. But definitely hockey. He's got, I think, 1 million streams that are already set up for the season. So make sure you check that out. Our other partner channel, Florida Park Explorers. You want Disney merch? They're the ones to go to. Definitely go to floridaparkexplorers.com. Get registered. Sammy do some arm curls. Oh boy. But no, definitely check. Yeah, so check out Florida Park Explorers. Get any Disney merch you want. They will ship it. So, um, theme park treats, Universal merch, Universal theme park treats, and you never, even stuff from the parks. You just never know. Resorts. You just never know where they're gonna pop up. Also, don't forget to help out with the Toys for Tots. We want to make sure we can get as many kiddos gifts this year for Christmas, and yeah, 300 plus kids are already going to get some just based on Friday alone and leading up to Friday. So that's amazing. So definitely have to say thank you to all that. Mikey, he's posting all the links. But definitely check it out. Also check out my really good friend Pink Pam 86. She's fantastic, great friend. She rocks out some crazy Disney stuff as well too. So definitely make sure you check her stuff out. You don't need to say sorry, Steve. Don't say sorry to Mikey. It's all good. But until the next time. When's the next time? To be determined. Maybe later this week. We'll talk about the Disney adventure that I had back in April and May. Maybe see some pictures and videos with Dave, Jen, and with FPE. Or to the fact that Dave broke the people mover when we were on it. And we got soaked. It broke down, 8 times? I think 7 or 8 times, Dave? So. But that would be, yeah, parks, cruise. No flight issues on this one, which is fantastic. Yeah, the excitement continues. Yeah, Mike will. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Mikey's got some great stuff as well too. So definitely check out his stuff. Andy, there's just way too much information in this brain that's got to get out. So yeah, so probably later on this coming week, we'll do a Disney Wish one. We'll do my last Disney adventure. Well, that's right. That was Jonathan's fault. Always blaming us Canadians, Dave. But as I say, until the next time, we'll see you, Lido. Thank you, mods. Thank you, JDA crew, for coming in today and letting me share this information with you. There'll be a lot more coming soon, and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. My goal is 500 subscribers by December 31st. We're at 337 right now, if my number is correct here. Goal is 500 by the end of the year. So we're going to keep having a lot of fun. Stevie, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I promise. We'll blame Jonathan. Christine, thanks for coming in. Jill, thanks for coming in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Sunday. Kick back, relax. Make sure you keep Michael in check. Andy, have fun. Continue putting up Halloween decorations before you head down south to the warm weather. 330. There we go. We're getting closer and closer. Triton, thank you, buddy. Steve, thanks. Mikey, thanks for popping in. Who else we got? I don't want to make sure I don't forget anybody. I don't want to get in trouble. Kate, thank you for coming in today. Really appreciate you spending some of your Sunday afternoon. Gotta get the day right. Theo, thanks for coming in, buddy. And if I missed anybody, you guys can all kick my butt later. I approve that. Or put something in the comments afterwards. But again, anything that you may want to know, drop it in and let me know. Leave a comment after the stream is done. And that way then I can bring all that information to you. And just have a great time. So until the next time, guys, as I said, we'll see you, Lido. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everybody.